Hi everyone, it's Ileana and I have another card to share with you. This is using some more Concord and Ninth. I am using their Stripes Builder stamp set. Sorry, I had to look at the stamp set for the name. And what I did was I just stamped it onto a piece of scrap paper just so that I know where my stripes are on my MISTI. I lined up my cardstock and then used a piece of post-it tape to mask it off. I'm going to try to attempt an ombre effect. It really doesn't turn out all that great. It's not really that noticeable. It's very subtle. But I'm using three colors. I'm using Simon Says Stamp Hot Lips, Lawn Fawn's Lobster, and Simon Says Stamps Lipstick Red. And I just try to do my best to just blend everything. And I just keep inking and stamping until I get solid coverage. I tried to do this with one of the ombre ink pads from Hero Arts, but I really didn't like the way that it turned out. That's why you kind of saw staining on my stamp. The red colors do stain your stamp, but it really doesn't affect your stamps as long as you clean them off really well and get all that red pigment off of it. Here you're going to see me do something pretty silly because it could have just been an easy solution. So there's a little splotch and I'm trying to color it in. And what I want to do is I want to blend, I want to make sure that I'm inking up the right part. And so I'm trying to attach a sticky post-it to the lid where if I wanted to, I could have just put the post-it on the outside of the lid, but instead I was trying to put it on the inside of the lid. And so now I'm just going to let it sit. I actually went and worked on something else and then came back so it was completely dry so that it would be nice and smooth, and it looks really pretty. I had already stamped out this joy from my previous card. I wasn't sure whether I wanted to stamp onto the card or have it cut out. So this is left over from my last card. And I actually had done one in just the black, and then I also embossed one just to see what the difference was. So right now I'm just coating my card front with some embossing powder. Well, no, it's not embossing powder, with my embossing buddy so that I can make sure that I don't get static cling. I am stamping with the gold, Delicata Gold, and I'm just placing my joy on there so that I know where to put my snowflake. And this snowflake is from the Joy stamp set, as well as the word joy was also from that same stamp set. Now I'm just going to use some gold embossing powder to coat my little snowflakes. And I believe this is just Wow embossing powder. It's the same as the generic from Michaels. I'm heating up my heat tool and I'm just going to melt the embossing powder on the front of my card. And the ombre effect really isn't that noticeable, so you can just probably get by with just doing red, one shade of red, and just be done with it and not have to mess with all the going back and forth. I decided to go with the matte joy, and I'm just going, and I also die cut with the matching die. I die cut the joy with some matte gold cardstock from Basil. I'm just going to be using some multi-matte medium, I'm not sure if I'm saying that right, to adhere the joy onto, well, to adhere the die cuts onto the word joy. I'm just going to be using some black foam tape, and I believe this is from Ranger, I'm not sure. And I'm just going to add enough foam tape to the back of the word so that it doesn't get squished in the mail. I'm just going to line it up, and I'm just going to edit out the part where my head's in the way. And I thought it still needed something. I didn't feel like it was done, so I just got some Simon Says stamp green leaf and stamped out the little tiny holly leaves from the Joy stamp set. And I'm just going to adhere it to the front of the card. I'm not going to try to put any foam adhesive on it. It's just too tiny. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take some red gems from Queen and Company, and I'm going to use that as my holly. But I decided to add some liquid adhesive to that spot because I figured it would just get knocked off in the mail if I didn't do that. And I'm thinking I'm pretty much done after I add the embellishment. And then I just kind of think that the leaves are a little dull. And so I go back and I add a little bit of Wink of Stella to the leaves just so that it's just as pretty as the rest of the embellishments. Thanks so much for watching, and if you enjoyed this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up. Please be sure to subscribe, and also head on over to the blog and subscribe there for any updates that we have. And I hope you have a great day. Thanks for watching.